You're watching Big E Outdoors, educating on the truth of hunters' contributions and conservation for all animals and their survival. The facts behind the hunt, the use of the animals that many don't see, and the true honor of being called a trophy hunter. Big E Outdoors, online, on demand, and on-time hunting television for today's outdoorsmen and women. Watch us here each week on social media, with new episodes weekly, special live feeds not seen anywhere else, podcast radio, and our special What's Cooking Wednesdays with Cutco Cutlery. Enjoy our full-length episodes every day on your smartphone, tablets, or your computer, on YouTube, Roku, Google Chrome, Apple TV, Cloud, Amazon Fire, and more. Take Big E TV with you 24/7, everywhere you go. Big E Outdoors is brought to you by Boss Safaris, world-class outdoor adventures, Cutco Cutlery, and by the Wisconsin premier hunting destinations of the Wilderness Reserve, Hogs Back Ranch, and Three Lakes Trophy Ranch.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Big E Outdoors Television. This week, we're back in South Africa with Boss Safaris. We're hunting lions with another good friend of ours, Steve Hicks, who is the owner of World Class Outdoor Adventures up in Alaska. Steve decided that he wanted to hunt his lion with a bow, so we brought along his brand new PSE and thought he'd give it a try and see if we could get close enough to a nice big male lion for him to be able to take it archery. So to start out most lion hunts, you do ride around and you look for tracks. You go to watering holes, you go to road crossings, things like that, and you look for tracks and you want something that's fresh. Today, we get lucky because as we're heading out to check water holes, we hadn't driven more than 30 minutes and we spot a lone lion immediately.
There he is. Ho, ho, ho.
There's a lion out there.
Well, just because we saw him that quickly doesn't mean that it's going to be easy to walk up on him. We have to go out there, and at the very beginning, we actually can see the lion. So we get up there, we start looking for tracks, and we spot him. So we start following the lion and try making sure that, number one, he doesn't turn on us and try to circle back on us, and number two, we're watching to see where he's headed. Lo and behold, we come up on this lion in a spot where he's on the other side of some trees, and it's hard to see from our camera, but he was actually trying to run down some gemsbuck, and that didn't work for him. Couldn't even catch the small ones. So that right there was a sign to us that he's already having trouble catching game. But when anti-hunters tell you that, you know, the numbers of lions are declining, that there used to be 75,000 in the world 100 years ago and now they're down to 20,000 or less, they're actually right. But all the areas where the lion is really being threatened, Uganda and all these places, it's because there's no hunting. So if you look at all the countries as they ban them, the people that are around the areas don't want the lions anymore. In the last episode, we talked about the numbers of lions, and we said that there were up to 9,000 lions now. Those are privately owned and privately raised. Now, if it wasn't for hunting, none of those lions would exist. And those lions are actually taken into the total number of lions when you look at the population in South Africa or in Africa as a whole. So when you're looking at the numbers and they say that there's less than 20,000 lions left, they're counting the 9,000 that are in the southern part of Africa and are being raised by privately owned individuals. Some of them are hunted, some of them are used for breeding purposes, and some of them are actually released back into the wild on different programs with the government. So if you take out the lion hunting and the ability for these people to make money and be able to support the very expensive business of raising lions, all 9,000 of them disappear immediately. There's no value on them. Nobody's going to keep them around. You don't want lions. That'd be like saying, hey, I want a pack of wolves running around in my backyard eating my dogs and terrorizing my kids and things like that. So as soon as lion hunting's gone, those 9,000 lions are gone.
The Wilderness Reserve. Experience one of the largest hunt ranches in the country, located in northern Wisconsin. The Wilderness Reserve features almost 6,000 acres of continuous hunting habitat and one of the most amazing challenges for hunting elk and whitetail available. Avoid the deterrent of hunting in high altitude or having to climb mountains while still experiencing what hunting elk is supposed to be like. Top quality guides, amazing meals, and hospitality of one of the finest destinations around for elk. The Wilderness Reserve. Who wants bacon? Gum Log Plantation, Abbeville, Georgia. Trophy wild boars, meat hunts, awesome turkey hunting, and excellent Georgia whitetail. See Bland at Gum Log for an all-inclusive hunt with great grilling, a superior southern Georgia lodge, and down-home good hunting. Gum Log Plantation. Let's go hog wild.
Welcome back to Biggie Outdoors Television. Television like you've never experienced before. Enjoy our full-length episodes every day on your smartphone, tablets, or your computer, on YouTube, Roku, Google Chrome, Apple TV, Cloud, Amazon Fire, and more. Take Big E TV with you 24/7 everywhere you go.
Anybody can hunt a whitetail in the back 40. It takes a real hunter to conquer the Yukon and bring home the Yukon moose, sheep, rams, and world-class brown bear. When you're ready to step up, contact World Class Outdoor Adventures. There is no equal. The biggest brown bear and Yukon moose available anywhere, and the very best and most experienced guides in the world. World Class Outdoor Adventures. The ultimate rush. WCOadventures.com.
We're hunting lions in a place that actually has natural roaming prides. And so this lion that we're finding now, he's roaming alone, not with a pride anymore. So there's two choices. We can either hunt him or watch him starve to death. I cannot understand how animal rights activists think that they have any respect for nature when they want to just see animals die of natural causes. Natural causes in an animal is not peaceful. If you follow our Facebook, you'll see pictures of what happens to lions that are not hunted when they get old. They don't just go off and die a peaceful death. They die a very painful starvation death because they get to the point that they cannot hunt for themselves. The rest of the pride is not going to hunt for them. They're reduced to scavenging, and when they can't find enough, they just eat themselves up. Their bones just become terrible, sticking out of their bodies, and they just look awful. And they die with a painful pain in their stomach from starvation. And so for anybody to say that they're animal rights activists and they want to ban hunting, the lion we're hunting today, we find it alone, wandering. It tries to run down some game. It can't anymore. It doesn't have the speed. Its size is too big. You can see the bones that are actually starting to stick out of its hip area and back. It's still strong enough that it could surely kill a man. But this lion is on its way down. Within a couple years, you're going to see this lion starving to death. first instance that we come up on this lion, he's laying in the grass, and he thinks that we can't see him. He's in the tall grass, and he's waiting for him. We don't get a good shot on him here, and he decides to leave, thankfully. By the time this lion laid down the second time, I was trying to pick up the sound with the camera, and I took the wind socks off the microphone and everything so you could maybe hear it. And you couldn't pick it up on camera, but we could hear the growl of this lion as he's laying there with his low growl warning us that he's ready to come after us. Well, Stephen got close enough and he took a shot, and it was the most perfect shot you could ever get with a bow. He went straight in, severed all the vitals, and the lion had an instantaneous heart attack right there.
Welcome to Total Access Outdoors, where your passion is your paycheck. How many people do you know that love to hunt, fish, camp, and play outdoors? How many of your friends would love to earn an extra income while they play? If any of this interests you, it's time to get access. Total Access. Welcome back to Biggie Outdoors Television. Television like you've never experienced before. Enjoy our full-length episodes every day on your smartphone, tablets, or your computer. On YouTube, Roku, Google Chrome, Apple TV, Cloud, Amazon Fire, and more.
I can't believe you put him down with one shot. I was really expecting a charge out of that.
If I could have actually got a real shot at him, I can't believe I missed him twice.
If you had a rifle, I will go up to 10 paces.
Sure.
But with the bow,
Well, that second.
as I told you, a lion when he charges you, that's why he went down, because he will jump up and he will jump and then he can leap 12 feet. And then with the bow, it's like impossible for you.
Sure.
That's why I said rather be safe and then just to take chances.
Yeah,
Someone's
yeah.
bleeding today.
Hey, welcome back to Biggie Outdoors in our series in Boss Safaris over in South Africa. We're hunting today with Steve Hicks, hunting for African lions. We had a great stalk today. We spotted this lion from the vehicle actually while we were out looking for tracks. Got off to a great hunt. Why don't you tell us a little bit what was going through your head while we were stalking this thing?
I was just hoping I could hit it.
So
No,
was
it-
I, actually.
We started early this morning. The trackers went out and actually started looking for tracks for us and cut some tracks right after daylight. Lion get a little irritated, but he gave us a good shot, and we actually had to shoot him from the front. The grass is pretty tall here, so he wouldn't stand up for us, so we had to shoot him head on, but worked out good, and
We had some great PHs, and Wayne, you know, you and Leon have some great experiences and really know how to put people on some great game out here. That's for sure.
This is my second lion with Wayne. I've hunted with Wayne 4 years now, but I did a lioness 2 years ago with him. And I think both of them have been under 25 yards, so
This one was a
fun
little
hunt.
agitated.
This one was, yeah, he wasn't real happy with us
I
for sure.
must say, he showed us his teeth a couple of times before we took the shot, and makes us a bit nervous, but I mean, that's why we do what we do.
I wanted to get closer, but it was 19 yards was close enough, so it was good. It was fun. It was a great hunt.
I was staying close to the guy with the rifle.
Yeah, I could see that. They put me out in front.
Leon, is there a season for the lions, or can they hunt these all year long?
No, lions can be hunted all year.
All year?
Anytime. You know, it's always nervous when you go on bow. You know, it's always everybody's on a high. There's always so many things that can go wrong. But yeah, lions, males, females can be hunted right through the year, any time of the year. You know, there's better seasons and off seasons. It's better hunting them in winter, in our South African winters, than it is in summer because it's extremely hot, especially out in the Kalahari. But any year, any time, it's good.
Also, the lodging that you guys had. Now, you've stayed at a couple of different places with Boston. All the lodging that they use seems to be just...
Oh, everything's first class. This place is beautiful. I'm sure you'll put some video of the lodging on, but yeah, this place is 5-star for sure.
Yeah,
So
excellent.
the guides, I'm not so sure, but no, just kidding, just kidding. Wayne's great.
What I like is you get a nice shirt.
know.
on.
That's
you
right.
stay.
Yes.
I know where you stay.
I've never. I think I've spent, I don't know, 2.5 months in Africa so far in the last 4 trips, and yeah, I've never had a bad trip yet. So definitely, Boss Safaris is a good place to go.
It's good
But-
to have you back.
Make sure you
It's
got a
always
good
good to be back.
taxidermist if you start hanging out with these guys.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, are you ready for some hunting?
Bulletproof and 10 feet tall, countryman does it all.
Three Lakes Trophy Ranch in the northwoods of Wisconsin, where superior Canadian genetic whitetail is our obsession. Come get some.
Welcome to Total Access Outdoors, where your passion is your paycheck. How many people do you know that love to hunt, fish, camp, and play outdoors? How many of your friends would love to earn an extra income while they play? If any of this interests you, it's time to get access. Total Access. Find serenity, relax, and enjoy the beauty of Nuntutla Creek Farms. Whether it's a family getaway, a weekend with the guys, or a corporate retreat, Nuntutla Creek Farm has what you're looking for. Miles of the finest trout streams in the southeast, quail and pheasant hunting, sporting clays, and more. Located in the Blue Hills of Georgia, Nuntutla Creek Farm offers it all. Fly fishing lessons, guided trips, or do it yourself. It doesn't get any better than this. Book your getaway today at Nuntutla Creek Farm. Welcome back to Biggie Outdoors Television. Television like you've never experienced before. Enjoy our full-length episodes every day on your smartphone, tablets, or your computer. On YouTube, Roku, Google Chrome, Apple TV, Cloud, Amazon Fire, and more. Take Biggie TV with you 24/7, everywhere you go.
Experience Africa with the professional hunters of Boss Safaris and share a lifetime experience, whether you're hunting dangerous game, plains game, or just enjoying the beauty of the dark continent on a photo safari. Years of experience make Boss Safaris the #1 destination and outfitter service in South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Mozambique. Share the culture and the life of Africa from the hunt to the table. Hunt with the boss. Be the boss. Book with Boss Safaris. BossSafaris.com. Or contact a Biggie Outdoor rep for more info and assistance in making your dreams a reality with Boss Safaris.
Now, after this hunt was done, we decided to take Pat Kelly and go. We actually started out looking for a gemsbuck for him, and ended up finding some impala.
Yes or no?
Shoot it.
Missed it. This time, Pat puts a really good shot on it, and I honestly thought he missed again.
Hey, Pat, good shot.
Thank you.
Laying him down here with Boss Safaris.
Yep,
Having a good time?
I'm having a great time. It's everything and more that I've wished for.
Yeah, you put a nice shot on this impala. I tell you what, that's what is that now? Your third or fourth?
Third animal. Fourth
animal.
Fourth
Yeah,
animal.
Fourth
yeah.
animal here so far.
Yep.
Got a couple more to go yet,
A couple more to go.
or
yeah.
or who knows, maybe half a dozen.
As much as the credit card can hold.
There you go. Yeah, this thing turned out to be this is a great looking impala, and Wayne and Leon sure know how to put.
They put you right on the animal,
Yeah.
give you a good ethical shot, give you every opportunity to succeed. It's great. Great
Well,
stuff.
We're going to keep on hunting. We got a little bit of daylight left. We're trying to get a sable yet tonight, but this just happened to present a great opportunity for you. And like I said, Boss Safaris, Wayne and Leon will hook you up. Look up BossSafaris.com, or you can go right to BiggieOutfitters.com, and there's a link for them right there for you.
So I hope you enjoyed watching this week's episode of Biggie Outdoors. And again, we're just getting into it right now with the education. Follow along, because as we go back and we do our hunts during 2016 that we're going to air come January of 2017, you're going to see some awesome things, because we're actually going to follow these animals into the villages and allow you to see and talk and interview the folks that use the animal in its entirety. And folks, I'm going to tell you flat out, I've seen a lot of these people using the insides of animals for food. They clean out the stomach linings, they clean out the intestines, they dry them on a line, and they chop it up and make soup out of it. And I'll tell you again, it's like I tell every week, if someone will eat gut soup, they'll surely eat giraffe and zebra. And I'm going to take you to those villages, I'm going to show you the folks that do, and I'm going to let them speak. Because the reason that we don't hear from them, they don't have smartphones, internet, and computers. So when these anti-hunters are talking, they talk out of their rear end, pretty much, because the only way to put things back, to let Mother Nature take care of itself, is complete removal of the human being from the planet. When a lot of the anti-hunters come up and they say, hey, we should all eat vegetarian meals, and we should stop eating meat and leave the animals live, they have no idea what they're asking for. This is a definite lesson, and be careful what you ask for. In order to produce enough vegetables to be able to feed the world on vegetables and plants alone, we would have to get rid of a lot of natural habitat, and we would have to destroy woods and places where these animals live. So number one, we have to get rid of their homes. What happens then is they start becoming pests. The other thing is that in order to farm these crops, we surely can't have Cape buffalo and deer and elk and all these animals roaming through our crops and eating them because we can't afford to have that kind of damage. So if the world wanted to become vegetarian and give these people their wish, we would have to eliminate all the animals. So again, be careful what you wish for, because if we all decide to start eating garden salads tomorrow, we have to kill all the animals in order to produce enough vegetables to feed the world. Thanks and have a good week. We'll see you again next week here at Big E Outdoors.
Hey, welcome back to Big E Outdoors. Today we're hunting with Steve Hicks from Alaska. Did I get your name?
You did.
Okay, let's start that one. You looked at me funny. I thought.
No, I was just looking at you.
You don't have your.
Guys, tell me when you guys are ready.
You don't look cool.
I can't really see.
I mean, you look cool, but.
Okay, give me my sunglasses.